Hey there, Justin from Ujoint Offroad, Colorado in here. Apologize about the wind noise in advance. I didn't bring my mic with me, so I'm traveling to deliver this one today over to the Front Range to Denver. This was too good of a spot to not stop at and do my wrap-up video on this one and give a little spiel on what the point of the two-wheel drive kit is, because this is our second two-wheel drive. It's for our buddy Alan. It is a 2025 E350 chassis, Sunseeker 2350 LE. These ones have been very, very popular lately. I've lost count of how many we've built, and I've got a bunch more on the schedule. There seems to be a lot of them available. They're reasonably priced, and they're quite well built. I like them quite a lot. But this one's driving awesome. It just came in for just strictly the two-wheel drive setup with some rear bags. So about as bare bones as it gets from us. But I wanted to make a little video about why that might be all you need for your RV. Because most folks, the way they're traveling, the RV is kind of a means to an end. You know, they're taking it out to a nice, beautiful, remote spot like this, up on beautiful Grand Mesa here in Colorado. And you're going to come up here and you are going to ride dirt bikes, ride kayaks, paddle boards, mountain bikes, hike, whatever it may be. The driving the RV around is not the thing that you're out there to do. And really all you want is just a nice campsite like this with nobody else around. But the problem with these Class C's most of the time is there's so much stuff hanging down below it with all the generator and the sewer pipes and whatnot. You can't take them anywhere. They're so loaded up, they're so low to the ground, you can't get off of the pavement with them hardly. I've had customers complain about getting high-centered in gas stations before. Doing just this two-wheel drive lift takes care of all of that, because really all you need to get out here is just a little bit of ground clearance to get off of the main road and a nice durable tire so you don't get a puncture. This road in from here, right back over here, I don't know if you can see it, but that's about a 1 foot drop right there. And if this RV was stock, you wouldn't have been able to get in here to this camp spot. So everybody else up here in Grand Mesa is at the campground today, and we've got the spot down by the lake. Didn't need two-wheel drive, didn't need to deflate my tires. I just needed that last little bit right there to get to the campsite I wanted. And that's the difference between doing a nice lift kit and just leaving yours stock. And the other part that's nice about this too is that you can grow into the four-wheel drive without wasting a bunch of money. So a lot of folks historically have just gone with Weldtech or something of the like, some sort of two-wheel drive lift kit, and they're fine. And you get out there and you start using it in the real world and out in, public lands like this, and you realize, I do really wish I had four-wheel drive for a peace of mind. There is no, going with our 6-inch setup, there is not a lot of wasted money. None of the stuff that the Weldtech guys use can be reused on our setup. So all the front suspension completely changes going to four-wheel drive. The rear springs need to change because the Weldtech ones aren't high enough for our setup. We changed the rear sway bar setup. The wheels and tires aren't correct for our setup. It all has to be undone. If you go with our 6-inch setup, not only will you get much improved on-road mannerism than just trying to lift the stock E-Series front suspension geometry, you also don't have that wasted backpedaling if you do decide you do want to go four-wheel drive. So if you decide to do that, we just swap the dummy beam axle out from under the front. We just got a straight tube in here, no differential. So we just swap that center section over to our custom built Dana 60 center section. All your tie rods, steering, brakes, shocks, front springs, wheels, tires, everything just swaps right over. We put that Dana 60 in the center. We add a OEM Ford transfer case to your transmission. We reroute the exhaust, a couple of custom drive shafts. That's it, your four-wheel drive. So I think it makes a whole lot of sense. So you can get into something that you can take off-road and drives a lot better. And then if you decide you want to grow into four-wheel drive, you can. So I'll do my normal spiel now. So Alan bought this specifically for doing this job. So came in for the 6-inch two-wheel drive setup, single smooth body Fox 2.0s. We clean up and paint the frame everywhere where we do all our cutting and welding. Same spring and shock combo that all of our four-wheel drive stuff gets. Like I said, there's that straight beam axle. It's built just for us. And then everything from the knuckles out is all Dynatrac knuckles, spindles. All this stuff is serviceable also. So all the ball joints and everything, tie rods, these are all just off-the-shelf parts that you can just go to the parts store and buy. Same with all the brake parts as well. And the wheel bearings are serviceable as well. So you can repack those and retighten them. We do, with the kit standard on the motorhomes, add Hellwig front and rear sway bars with our direct mount links. And that's a huge handling improvement. So in the back, as you can see, instead of doing blocks, cheaping out with add-a-leafs, helper springs, any stuff like that, we just lift them with all spring, all arch. And these are all custom built to the weight of each rig. So each one is individually weighed, and the springs are built just for that rig. So same Foxes in the back, same springs in the back. And then we do correct all the driveline angles as well after we lift it. Wheels and tires, same standard stuff that we do in our four-wheel drive setup. American Racing 17x9 in the front with a 285 7017 Falcon Weld Peak AT4. So these do have a really high load index. They're 123 load index, so they have plenty of weight rating for this application. In the rear, we run a custom-made 17-inch dually wheel that we sell. And we do that so we can open up a wider range of all-terrain tire options. So going to the 17s in the back, it has just a wider range of tires, but really we only install these Falcons just because they're so good. In the rear, we run a 255 80 17. These are both exactly 33.1 inch diameter. So even though they're different sizes, they're 33.1 inch diameter. And then what we do for a spare is we run a 5th one of the dually wheels. Then if you can imagine, you're on this outer position like this, backwards in the front in case of an emergency. So it's not a perfect solution, but it gets you out of trouble without having to carry 2 spares with you. So, and then we also, as part of the standard package on the two-wheel drive, we add the rear valve stem extenders. So that's one of the most annoying parts about owning a dually, is checking your air pressure, jamming your hands in between the wheels. This makes it nice and easy. It also makes it nice and easy if you want to add our onboard air system as well. It makes it really easy to deflate the tires, which makes your off-road ride quality a lot better. Alan does plan to tow with this, so we added some rear bags in the back. Always like to supplement with that. Then we added just some ports at the back. So nice and simple. Great package. If you're stumbling across this video and you don't normally follow us, I'm not going to show you the inside of this. This belongs to a customer. We do not sell the coaches. What we do is we upfit people's coaches that they bring to us. So we can do this to anything built on a 92 to current Ford E-Series chassis. Again, this is a 2350 LE. There's plenty of professional RV sales guys that'll show you the inside of all these. One of our favorites is our buddy Jersey Outdoors. He does a really good job, and he has covered just about every single thing on the planet that's ever been made. And he also has a Ujoint van. So anyways, if you've got any questions, you can shoot me an email at justin@ujointoffroad.com. If you're inquiring about an install in North Carolina or a DIY kit, so we can actually send you all this stuff to your house as well, and you can do it in your driveway, you will send an email to chris@ujointoffroad.com. Thank you.